Hey there, I'm Nicodemus1 and welcome to the Unturned Server Maker. This project had 3 goals that I wanted to complete by the end of it. One was definitely making sure that I had the skills and kept my skills fresh for school. 2 was putting something on my resume so I could have an easier time getting an internship, and I thought that this would be a nice little project to put there to impress people. 3 was most definitely getting servers easier to make in Unturned, because right now you have to have a PhD in theoretical physics in order to get that thing working. So throughout all this, let me actually explain this to you. I know I usually ramble on and on in videos like this, so I'm going to try and keep this brief, short, to the point, under 5 minutes, hopefully. This should just be an introduction that tells you everything you need to know and you can move on. If you do want to see more about me nerding out and explaining the process as well as what each of the code does and the code behind this, feel free to stick around. I'm probably going to make a part 2 to this video that'll have all that good stuff in it. But for now, let's start explaining. The Unturned Server Maker is, well, right there in the name. The Unturned Server Maker. Unturned is a game. I'm sure you already know what it is if I'm showing this video to you or if you found it. And you know that making servers is a pain in the butt. So the Unturned Server Maker hopes to make that easier. Right now, a lot of tutorials on how to make servers are outdated. Since in 2020 he introduced the Steam command as a different way of making servers in Unturned and depreciated the old way of making servers. So right now, if you followed any tutorial on WikiHow or even some of the old Steam tutorials, they will not work. Now that's fine, but there's now a new way, and the tutorial is hidden away and hard to find. If you Google it, it's not even the first 3 results. So yeah, unless you want to start going to new pages or scrolling down, I figured that was kind of a problem. So what I tried to do was take that tutorial and then make it easier to access. For you, you don't need to know any of the steps or anything behind it. For you guys, it's just clicking some options and then letting the server run. So this is what we have right now. Forgive the lack of anything. It's still a process in development. But by the time this is released, there should be a final version. And hopefully that's what I'm showing. But, first thing that happens, the server should update. Or if you're running this for the first time, it'll download all of the files necessary for you without a hitch. You just have to sit there and wait for everything to download. I have a program running in the background that's doing all of the actual hard work, putting in the commands and running them for you. In addition to that, you can either choose a new or existing server if this isn't your first time running it. That way you can have a lot of servers to choose from, and you can have more than one that you can choose at your leisure and cycle through on the same computer. That works really well in helping keep you organized on which server is which. From here, you'll probably choose a new server if this is your first time, or just choose one of your old ones. The new one will, of course, let you create a new server from scratch. You get to name it, and then you have to run it. Because the first time you run it, it'll actually set up all the files once again. So it'll go through everything, and all you have to do is just wait and just click shut down at the end, which should be easy, right? Then it'll let you actually choose the options that you want to have. It's really easy. I tried to make the GUI as intuitive as possible, but if you don't understand what's going on, I did put a button that takes you to the wiki that tells you what each option does. Once you're done with all of that, it'll then save all of your options to a file, which once done, it'll just run the server for you. And there you go, you're done. For you, the server's already done and running, and you don't have to do anything else. It should be very easy for you if you're not computer savvy. And even if you are computer savvy, it's still fine. This is just an easier way to do the same thing, so that you don't have to go through all of the annoyingness that comes with running your own server. Another great note, before hitting send, or whatever I put down here, I'm putting another option up here that lets you go to the wiki with server commands, so that you can actually scroll through them and learn the server commands for yourself, so that you can actually use them. And that should be all. Happy gaming! You can go and play your server now. However, if you want to learn how I did this, my thought process, some of the struggles I had, and all see the coding behind the scenes, you can go and check out my second video, which should be out roughly within a week. I'm hoping after this video comes out, so that you can go and just see all the nerdy stuff on display. The link for everything will actually be in the description below, and you can go to my GitHub if you want to go and actually download the file and try it out for yourself. I recommend it. It'll be fun, it'll be quick and easy. Anyway, this was Nicodemus1 signing off.